Now we are seeing is the problem facing on CPU vCore regulator VRAM section. The first one is laptop power on is in working condition means the fan get rotates but the display will not come on both the LED and external CRT display. The second problem was CPU vCore voltage not come to CPU. When press power button is switched on, the CPU fan or rotate after few seconds, the fan is off and the power LED are not glown. In this session 5, we are going to see about the CPU regulator, that is VRAM section, and also the CPU vCore circuit component and socket identification. Now we are going to see about the identification of power supply processor. This is Lenovo laptop motherboard, and this left side you are seeing is a Dell Inspiron laptop motherboard. First we are going to see about Dell laptop motherboard. It was the latest technique. Here we are seeing is the PGA 989 socket. This socket supports for i3, i5 and higher end processor i7. In this motherboard we are using DDR3 RAM. In this motherboard there is not North Bridge. In the previous classes, we have seen that the North Bridge chipset presents on dual core board. In this motherboard, it is the P4 dual core core-to-duo processor supporting socket is said to be PGA 479. It is the South Bridge chipset, and on back view of the board we are seeing is the North Bridge chipset. The North Bridge chipset is located nearby the processor. This processor and it is in back view. And the left side you are seeing is the North Bridge. This is the HP laptop. Here we are seeing is the processor, and nearby you are seeing is a North Bridge chipset. Dual core supporting processor has North Bridge chipset. In this motherboard, we are having both North Bridge and South Bridge. In this Dell laptop motherboard, there is only South Bridge. This South Bridge chipset is otherwise called as single chipset. All function is inbuilt on this chipset. In this motherboard, it supports for dual core processor supports, that is P4 and core-to-duo. It has the capacity of 1 volt. In this laptop motherboard, the processor has 2 volt capacity because we are inbuilt the North Bridge function or memory controller. One voltage is said to be main core voltage and another is said to be MCH voltage. In this motherboard, there is only one core voltage. The MCH voltage is present in the North Bridge itself. In this Dell laptop motherboard, the MCH voltage is placed on processor only instead of North Bridge. The various voltage is received through this processor only. In this i3, i5 processor, the VGA core or DVI control is inbuilt. That means it has 3 voltage to receive. If we want to find the voltage on this processor means we can check it through the multimeter. This CPU socket is surrounded by the output voltage coil it has located. There are 5 coils. They are located around this CPU. But in this dual core processor, these are only 2 coils being located. Now we are going to identify with the digital meter. Just place it on continuity. First we are going to identify on Lenovo laptop motherboard, that is P4 and dual core socket. This is PGA 479. These are two coils located in this socket. This is PGA main core voltage coil. Now we are going to check the continuity. Both this coil has some voltage line. And also in this motherboard there are 4 coils. First 2 are not continuity and 2, 3, 4 are continuity. The right side coil is not having continuity. These 3 are some voltage line section, and this one are individual voltage section. So this is volt 1, volt 2 and volt 3. Actually this is said to be memory control, and these 3 are CPU main core coil. And this graphic core voltage has 3 different type of voltage. Some of the motherboard are inbuilt by the graphic core. This graphic is not up here, so this CPU has only 2 volts. Apart from this, dual core P4 core to duo has only 1 volt. This is CPU core power supply IC, and this is VDD regulator, that means MCH. And this side is graphic code controlled IC. These are N-channel MOSFET, and these are capacitors. This is a VDD regulator coil. It has 2 MOSFETs. This is main core output coil. The back view we are seeing is some MOSFETs. In this CPU, the main core presents large number of current. All are N-channel MOSFETs. This is CPU back view. These are capacitors. In this motherboard, we are seeing CPU socket, and this is CPU power supply IC. In this CPU, there is only 1 voltage. This coil has some voltage line. These are N-channel MOSFETs. These are power resistors. Back view has these capacitors. Now we are seeing is the HP Pavilion laptop. In this socket, it supports for P4 core to duo, dual core and DDR2 RAM. It has only 1 voltage, that is main core voltage. These are 2 output coils, and these 2 presents in same line. Now we are checking the continuity mode for these 2 coils by using this multimeter. If this buzzes sound comes, mean it has only 1 voltage to be presented. In this side, these are MOSFETs. There are 2 phases. In these phases, the current has shared. So the processor has only 1 main volt. In this motherboard, there are 3 types of voltage we are having. But in this motherboard, the CPU has only 1 volt. These are the different type of motherboard we have seen in this laptop.
In this session, I will explain how CPU power supply regulator section works in Dell Inspiron laptop motherboard. This is Dell Inspiron laptop motherboard, and This is Dell Inspiron N5010 laptop motherboard architecture. Let us see about CPU power regulator. See here, CPU DC-DC. That means CPU voltage regulator IC ISL 62883. ISL means Intersil Company at page number 47. Look at this schematic diagram. This is the CPU core power supply IC PU4701. IC number ISL 62883. Look at the image. This is the Dell Inspiron laptop motherboard and this is CPU core power supply IC ISL 62883. The CPU core current can be shared in each phases. There are number of phases and how to measure the phases here. This is the CPU socket located nearby 3 output voltage coil. This is coil PL4702 and this is coil PL4901. This is output voltage coil. If 3 coils located, there is 3-phase operation, then total current sharing in these 3 phases. Look at this schematic diagram. This is CPU core power supply IC PU4701 and this is the 7-bit programmable IC. That means CPU current and voltage are not standard here. CPU voltage can be programmed in this chip. So when press the power button, within a microsecond the CPU produces the VAD 7-bit programmable signal. Then reach the IC PU4701 at pin number 31 to 37. It mentioned VID. That is VID, voltage identification code. This signal coming from CPU. See here, host VID voltage ID from page number 12. This is page number 12. CPU interface, CPU pinouts. See here, this is the CPU VID signal output VID, 7-bit programmable output. This signal go to CPU core power supply IC at page number 47. This is the 7-bit programmable codes, VID codes. The VID codes that may change processor to processor. That means the processor clock speed may increases or decreases. This is processor core power supply IC. This is IC datasheet Intersil for multi-phase PWM regulator. Let me explain the same. Look at here, microprocessor voltage identification input, 7-bit VID input. This IC generates 0.3 volt to 1.5 volt. Model CPU voltage is below 1.5 voltage. CPU voltage, clock speed is different, voltage may different. That means CPU clock speed is different, voltage may different. So clock speed increases, CPU core voltage may decreases. That is 7-bit VID input 0.3 volt to 1.5 volt, 12.5 millivolt. Step support VID changes on the fly. This CPU core voltage regulator IC, it inbuilt with 2 internal MOSFET driver and 1 external MOSFET driver. This is PWM3. This is the external MOSFET driver and mentioned phase 1, that is MOSFET gate driver, internal gate driver 1 and phase 2 internal gate driver 2. Another one is external MOSFET gate driver. See here, this is the external MOSFET gate driver IC number PU4706 ISL 6208. Look at the image. This is the MOSFET gate driver IC PI4706 8-leg driver. So this is the external MOSFET gate driver IC PU4706. This IC generates the gate driver signal upper gate and lower gate to connect the MOSFET PU4707. This is upper gate and this is lower gate PU4708 from the MOSFET gate driver IC PU4706. Other 4 MOSFET gate driver signal coming directly from CPU core power supply IC. This is MOSFET PU4702, PU4703, PU4704 and PU4705. In this section, 6 MOSFETs were used. There are 3-phase operation. Each phase is using 2 MOSFET, 3 upper and 3 lower. Each phase is using 2 MOSFETs, 1 upper and 1 lower, totally 3 upper and 3 lower MOSFETs. Next, I will explain CPU core power regulator IC PU4701 other pins. This is the VR on. There is a voltage regulator on signal. This signal coming from page number 37 and page number 37 is the Super IO chip. The VR on voltage regulator on signal coming from Super IO chip at page number 37. After receiving the VID input signal from the CPU, this VID input coming from page number 12 from CPU. Then this IC starts its function. This IC generates the input-output signal to the Super IO chip at page number 37. It mentioned IMVP Intel Mobile Voltage Positioning System Power Good signal. This is the power good output goes to Super IO chip at page number 37. IC pin number 1 mentioned P good. If the internal i5 CPU does not matching this socket, this is the socket PGA 989. So the i5 i7 processor supported socket. If processor does not support this motherboard bus speed, this is the VID signal. If this IC not receiving this signal, it does not generate power good signal. So this IC is not functioning and also no display. Even though the CPU fan running, display won't come. This is CPU voltage output coil. If the CPU voltage absent, we should check the CPU voltage coil at the checking point. The coil voltage is 0, then we should try and change the new CPU. If the CPU bus speed does not matching, the CPU does not generate the VID signal, then this IC does not receive the VID input from CPU. So try with a new processor. Next, IC operating supply. See here the pin number 16 mentioned VDD to connect the 5 volt power supply from 5 volt regulator power supply previous section to connect nearby the 1 power resistor PR4759 mentioned 1 or 2, that means 1.2 ohms. If resistor get open, this IC cannot receive the 5 volt power supply. So this IC will not function. Also, display will not come. Check this IC operating supply. Nearby pin number 16, resistor PR4759. This 5 volt power. This 5 voltage power coming from previous regulator section, 5 volt 3 volt regulator section. Next pin number 17 mentioned V in, that is battery power supply IC. Next, see here pin number 25, it mentioned VCCP, that is the internal MOSFET gate driver input supply voltage. So 5 voltage run, this voltage coming from VVV section, 5 voltage regulator section. This is the VSSP1. This is the internal MOSFET gate driver ground pin. This another one MOSFET driver negative pin. This is the IC pin number 41. It mentioned GND, that is the IC negative supply, that means ground. Next, see the pin number 21 that mentioned phase 1, that means inductor connection. This is the inductor. See this schematics. This is the inductor PL4701 mentioned phase 1, that is output voltage coil. This is the inductor PL4701. This one is phase 1. Phase 1 output voltage coil connection. This section, phase 1 output, it mentioned U gate 1. At pin number 20, this U gate 1 to connect the MOSFET, upper MOSFET PU4702. So U gate 1 MOSFET gate. This is PU4702 upper MOSFET. This upper MOSFET drain connect the battery line mentioned power SRC. This is the MOSFET PU4702, which is upper MOSFET. This is MOSFET PU4703, which is lower MOSFET. PU4703. Look at the schematic. This MOSFET gate pin mentioned L gate 1 can be connected IC pin number 23 mentioned L gate 1. This is the phase 1 drive output signal U gate 1, L gate 1 to connect the MOSFET PU4702. This is upper MOSFET. This is lower MOSFET. This lower MOSFET PU4703. This pin drain connect the output voltage coil PL4701. This is the output voltage coil P7 PL4701. Next, look at the schematics. Pin number 28 mentioned phase 2. This is the inductor connection, output inductor connection. Phase 2 inductor PL4702. Look at the image. This is the inductor PL4702. This is the phase 2 gate driver output, upper gate 2 pin number 29 and L gate 2 pin number 26 mentioned L gate 2. This pin number 29 to connect the MOSFET. So upper MOSFET PU4704 gate pin number 4 mentioned upper gate 2 and lower MOSFET PU4705 pin number 4 gate pin to connect the L gate 2 at IC pin number 26. This is the MOSFET. The upper MOSFET PU4704, upper MOSFET drain connect the battery line. This is the lower MOSFET PU4705. This MOSFET drain to connect the output voltage coil PL4702. This is the output voltage coil. Look at the image. This is the PL4702 output voltage coil. Phase 2. The phase 1 and the phase 2 MOSFET. There are 4 MOSFET. MOSFET PU4702, PU4703 and PU4704, PU4705. All MOSFET gate driver signal coming from CPU core power supply IC directly. That means integrated MOSFET gate driver. Phase 3 using the external MOSFET driver. See the schematic diagram. IC pin number 24. It mentioned PWM3, that is phase 3. IC mentioned PWM3, that is a phase. The CPU voltage regulator IC pin number 24 mentioned PWM3, that is the PWM output to connect the external MOSFET driver. This is the IC PU4706. This is the external MOSFET gate driver IC. Look at the image. This is the PU4706 external MOSFET gate driver. This IC pin number 2 mentioned PWM, that is input coming from CPU core power supply IC pin number 24 mentioned PWM3L gate 1. This MOSFET gate driver IC input supply coming from previous 5 volt regulator power supply mentioned plus 5 volt run at pin number 3 mentioned VCC. This is the MOSFET gate driver IC operating voltage. This is the IC pin number 4 and 8, that is the gate driver output, U gate and L gate. This output can be connected to the MOSFET. This is upper MOSFET PU4704 gate pin. This MOSFET drain pin connect the battery line. Pin number 7 mentioned phase 3 to connect the inductor, and pin number 8 mentioned U gate 3, pin number 4 L gate 3 to connect the MOSFET. Upper MOSFET PU4707. This is the upper MOSFET gate, connect the U gate 3. This is the L gate 3. Lower MOSFET PU4708. This is the lower MOSFET and this is the upper MOSFET PU4704. This is the output voltage coil PL4703. Look at the motherboard image. This is the output voltage coil PL4703. Next, we will see the upper gate voltage and lower gate voltage. This is upper MOSFET PU4707. This is phase number 3. This is lower MOSFET PU4708. Look the image. This is upper MOSFET PU4707 and this is the lower MOSFET PU4708. This is phase number 3. Both MOSFET gate driver signal coming from nearby the MOSFET gate driver IC. This is the MOS gate driver IC. Look at the schematics. External MOSFET gate driver IC number PU4706. This is MOSFET driver IC PU4706. Look at the image. This is the MOSFET gate driver IC. This is the upper MOSFET. This is the lower MOSFET. This is the upper MOSFET gate. Now watch the multimeter. It shows voltage 1.01. So upper MOSFET gate driver voltage 1.01. The upper MOSFET gate driver voltage go to the upper MOSFET PU4707 at MOSFET driver pin number 8. So this is the MOSFET external driver. Next we will see the L gate IC, lower gate IC pin number 4 and MOSFET. This is the lower MOSFET PU4708. See here, this is the lower MOSFET PU4708. Now watch the multimeter. It shows 4.59 voltage. So this is the lower gate driver voltage. Look at the image. This is upper MOSFET. Watch the multimeter. Upper MOSFET voltage shows 0.86 voltage. This is the weaker voltage. This upper MOSFET drain consumes high voltage from adapter or battery. The adapter voltage converted to another low voltage. This is the upper source voltage 0.86. See the next image. This is the lower MOSFET. Multimeter shows reading 0.86 voltage. This is the lower MOSFET drain voltage. So lower MOSFET drain voltage 0.86. This is the switching output. This output voltage goes to inductor. Next to connect the power capacitor and then goes to CPU. Here I already explained you about the CPU core power supply IC. That means CPU core voltage mentioned V core, which is VCC. It can be shared each phases. There are 3 phases here. Let us see how to measure phases. That is number of coils and number of phases. See, this is the motherboard image. CPU socket located nearby 3 coils. Coil, power, inductor. 3 coils, 3 phases. Each phase sharing current from the processor. The each phases 3 inductor line connected to the same power line. Next to connect the output filter capacitor. It mentioned PTC 4702 and PTC 4703. See, this is capacitor PTC 4705. This is the capacitor PTC 4705. Look at the image. This is capacitor PTC 4704 and this is the capacitor PTC 4704. This is output filter capacitor. Next to connect the CPU. How to check the processor voltage? This is i5 motherboard and i5 processor. In this processor, 2 various voltages are available. Nearby are the 3 coils taking 1 voltage, that is main core voltage. Another coil takes separate voltage, that is VTT regulator. This is the VTT regulator, that means MCH section voltage, and other 3 coils main core voltage regulator output coil. Select the multimeter in DC 20 voltage range. Touch or insert any ground hole with a multimeter negative probe. Now switch on the motherboard. Initially, I am checking the CPU core power voltage. Watch the multimeter. It shows 1 voltage. Then CPU voltage is OK. Also, I am checking the another coil. The meter shows the reading 0.93 voltage. Checking the next coil 0.93, and this is the memory control voltage 1.05. So 1.05 is the memory control voltage. I will check the nearby capacitor. So 1.05 memory control voltage and 0.83 CPU core voltage. So this is MCH voltage. Both voltages are OK. Next, check the upper MOSFET drain voltage. This is upper MOSFET PU4707 and I am checking the drain voltage at upper MOSFET drain. Now watch the multimeter. Display source 18.65 voltage. So the adapter voltage is okay. If laptop running by battery power mode, you check the upper MOSFET drain voltage. The meter shows battery voltage, that means 14.8 voltage. This is adapter power mode. Now laptop running by adapter power mode, so the upper MOSFET drain connect the adapter power line. Now watch the multimeter. It shows the voltage 18.5 voltage, so the adapter voltage is okay. This one is another upper MOSFET PU4704. Multimeter shows 18.65 voltage. Another one upper MOSFET PU4702, drain voltage 18.64 voltage, which is okay. Next, check the upper gate voltage. This MOSFET PU4707, if drain voltage 18.65 voltage is okay, then check the gate voltage carefully. Now watch the multimeter. It shows reading 1.02 voltage. This is the upper gate voltage. If no upper gate voltage, the CPU core power IC is faulty. If gate voltage is okay, then check the upper source voltage. 0.83. This is the upper source voltage. This voltage connect the lower MOSFET drain. This is the lower MOSFET PU4708. 0.81. The lower MOSFET drain voltage is okay. Next I am checking the lower MOSFET gate voltage. This is lower MOSFET PU4708. Now watch the multimeter. Display shows 4.59. This is the lower MOSFET gate voltage. So the both upper and lower MOSFET gate voltage is okay. Then the CPU core power supply IC is okay. Check the capacitor nearby. This is the output voltage capacitor 1.16 voltage and this is the CPU voltage. The 1.16 voltage is CPU core voltage. The lower MOSFET drain next connect to the inductor. Inductor next connecting the capacitor. This is capacitor connecting to CPU power line. Here once again we will check the CPU section voltage. This is upper MOSFET PU4707 drain voltage. Now watch the multimeter. Reading shows 18.62 voltage. This is adapter voltage. Now the laptop running with adapter power mode, so this adapter voltage is connecting the upper MOSFET drain. The laptop running battery mode, drain voltage changing, that means battery voltage 14.8 voltage. If drain voltage okay, then check the upper gate voltage. Upper gate, while checking, be careful. Now watch the multimeter. Reading shows 1.02. So the upper gate voltage is okay. If the upper gate voltage absent, then the CPU core power supply IC is fault. CPU core power supply IC, if it is fault, the motherboard fan is rotating, then suddenly goes off. Sometimes no display. If gate voltage is okay, then check the source voltage. Upper source. Now the meter reading shows 0.85 voltage. So this is the weaker voltage. That means the upper source voltage is not contain the sufficient current. That means the upper MOSFET operates as a regulator. So the upper MOSFET regulator receives the high voltage from the adapter or battery to connect the MOSFET drain. Then it converts the low voltage to the upper MOSFET, operate as a regulator. The upper source voltage 0.86 voltage. This voltage goes to lower MOSFET drain. This is lower MOSFET drain PU4708. Now watch the multimeter. Reading shows 0.86 voltage. Next I am checking the lower gate voltage MOSFET pin number 4. Lower gate voltage 4.59. The both upper and lower MOSFET gate MOSFET voltage is okay, then the CPU power supply is okay. If both the upper gate and lower gate power supply voltage absent, the IC is faulty and try a new processor. When you try a new processor, if no gate voltage, then CPU core power supply IC is fault. If CPU core power supply IC is fault, then display will not come, but fan is rotating continuously. In some laptop, fan running and suddenly goes off. This is lower MOSFET drain voltage 0.86. The lower MOSFET drain acts as switching, that means boost the current. The 0.86 voltage goes to the inductor. The inductor can be located in the back side. The inductor connects the output tantalum capacitor PTC4705. This is output capacitor. Now watch the multimeter. Reading shows 1.16 voltage. This is the CPU core power voltage. The inductor just boosts the few millivoltage. The inductor output next to connect the output capacitor PTC4705. This is the capacitor positive pin. This voltage goes to CPU. This is the CPU main core voltage. Next, I am checking the lower MOSFET source voltage. Now watch the multimeter. Reading shows 0. That means lower MOSFET source ground. The lower MOSFET source connect to the earth, that is default. If any upper MOSFET and lower MOSFET get short, after switch on the motherboard, the fan running continuously and went off suddenly. If capacitor got damaged, this is output capacitor. If any damage, restarting problem or display problem will come.